What's up, everybody? We're going to be doing a little unboxing. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. Before we get into that, though, I got to go get some Christmas decorations down. Alright, so we're at the closet of all the Christmas and holiday decorations. And it's probably my least favorite closet in the house, but this is heavy crap. Alright, off we go. This thing's from my grandmother. I love this. I have two Santa Clauses. They dance and move. And now that we have a son, I hope he likes them too. A fake pumpkin. Alright. I'm going to pause this real quick so I can get this down without hurting myself. Alright. We're done. Got all the Christmas decorations out. Say hi to the bear. Santa bear. Alright, time to get down to business. So, I've noticed that tech decks have gone on quite a sale on eBay and resellers, just because for a while there the prices were really high for no reason. I couldn't tell you why. A lot of these tech deck boards people started thinking were $10 and $20, $30 each, but in reality they're probably anywhere between $1 to $4 depending on the graphics. If you're getting them in lots and there's mixed stuff, $2 plus shipping, you know, is the most you should really be paying. But I see a lot of people trying to get $10, $20 a board, and that's just outrageous. You're never going to get that. It's just what happens is that it snowballs. So, you know, somebody posts it for $20 and it never sells, so it sits there as a reference, and then the next person posts it for $18, and the next person posts it for $16 until it makes itself all the way down to where it's valued, which is probably a few bucks. Anybody selling boards as singles is probably just fishing for idiots. So try to avoid the single board sales if you want to get deals. If you don't care about getting deals, buy what you want. But I'm going to show you guys what I got and how much I paid. So let's see, right here, I've got two packages. All right, so I paid $16 for this lot right here, including shipping. I got them for $10 plus like $6 shipping, so it came out to $16 total for these. Came out to less than $1 a board for the purchase. And then this one, oh boy, is this one I've been excited for. This one is not only just a case, but it's got some of the rarer boards I've ever seen in a pack all together. A lot of the times people are asking way too much for these, so it's nice to find somebody doing a reasonable sale. So let's go ahead and go through them and see what we got here. So the first ones I'm most excited about are dead center. We got some old TM boards, James Craig with munchies on the front. We got I forget, yeah, Josh Casper. This is a Josh Casper board with Stuntman on it, which again is one of my favorites because these ones are basically, they were the tech deck dudes as well, so they are some of the more iconic graphics and harder to find. And this one's got Shaka on it, which as you can see up there in my collection, Shaka, he's one of the harder tech deck dudes to find. So I have a few of them in pack, but I haven't seen a whole lot for sale recently in the past year. So finding these graphics are kind of hard, but again, it's like, how much are they really worth? Probably $5 or $10 each if you were to sell them solo, but maybe $5, honestly. I'd say $5. But altogether, I got all these boards with the case shipped for $36, I want to say, including shipping. It was like $30 or $32 for the boards, and then shipping. I always try to count that in because it adds up these days. Shipping is not cheap, so make sure you're calculating that into your costs when you buy these. Man, these things are like dangerous. I hate when people ship boards missing the top of the trucks because they're basically like nails that'll slide around and scratch all your boards. But we got lucky this time, nothing crazy. We even got a long board here. I don't see a lot of these. I think these came in the what are they called? They were the Collector Series. I think that's what they were called, Collector Series boards. They came in the black cases with the clear fronts. I do believe that's one from that series. And then we got a bunch of these Mega Ramp boards, which aren't my favorite, but they're pretty cool to collect. They all kind of the same style. We got a couple sweet blind boards. We got this one right here as well as this one. And I love these Ronnie Krager graphics with the Dark Horseman. They're probably one of the cooler styles out there. We got, I don't even know. Look at that. That's not even a tech deck, I don't think. Is it? Yeah, I think that, nope, that's not a tech deck. Look at those trucks. The sweet fake bolt, so that's trash. But the rest are all real tech decks. And they're all in really good condition too. That's what I always look forward to, is condition, because you see a lot of these guys trying to sell boards for like $2 or $3 each, and they're just beat to hell. And I'm not gonna add a bunch of beat up boards to my collection for, you know, a fortune. Scratched up tech decks are worth what, like 50 cents, $1. If it's something really rare, maybe $2, but for the most part they're worthless. So this set right here, out of all the boards, I'd say that the World Industries are always my favorite. The blind and the World Industries, they're harder to come by, they're more sought after, but that's the main reason I bought this lot. Plus, I'm looking to get a few of these cases. I've ordered a few so I can mount them on the wall, one above the other, and put some of my favorite graphics in there, so that'll be nice, because I didn't like these cases at first, but they've kind of grown on me after a while. What I'm going to do right now as well, and I'll show you guys, is I'm going to buff out the clear plastic on the case, because it shouldn't take but a minute or two, and it's pretty scratched up, so I'll kind of show you the condition of it first. You know, we got light scratching, nothing crazy, like it's nothing deep. It's just over time they kind of, I think a lot of it's on the inside of the glass from storing the tech decks and then just getting scratched by these murder boards with the pegs sticking out ready to go. These things are basically like taking steel peg and just scraping it across stuff, so it happens over time. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to try to buff that out, and we're going to see if it makes any difference. I will be right back. Alright, so what we're going to be using real quick is Meguiar's Ultimate Buffing Compound. It's great for cars, but it does work pretty well on plastics. They make one specifically for plastics that might work a little better, but this is what I got, so I'm going to start with this, and we'll see where it goes. Oh, that stuff's nasty. Alright. This stuff's pretty easy to use. You just kind of buff it on, buff it until it's dry, and then you wipe it off. It's got little bits of like abrasive in it, so you always want to do circles. You don't want to do straight lines. You'll get lines all in the plastic going one direction, and that's not what you want. You want to get a nice circular motion going. Now it's nice and spread out. Do a bigger. Bigger circles. Then you want to go the opposite direction. And if you do go back and forth, which is okay, you just got to kind of finish it off with some circles. Alright, so that's one side. Alright, so I did the inside and the outside. Took maybe a few minutes, 5 minutes at most. And you guys can see the before and after. That was a significant improvement. I didn't even put that much work into it, but if I were to get out my buffer. I have like a little air-powered buffer that I can just run across it real fast. That would probably do a lot better job. So if I get a few more, maybe I will. But it definitely improves the clarity. That's for sure. There's still a few little scratches, but they're not nearly as visible. And then when the board's closed up and everything, you can't really see them. So that's a nice little tip for you guys. If you get these old cases, Meguiar's Compound, then if you're feeling extra spunky, you can go grab some car wax, just like the spray-on wax, fill in the little scratches after, and it makes it crystal clear. So, fun tip for if you guys get your hands on some of these cases. They're not very expensive. I see them all the time. I saw a case right now. I saw 2 cases for sale for 25 bucks on eBay. No boards, but they were taking offers too. So, if you're interested in getting some of those cases, go find that posting. That's will probably take 20 bucks. So then this was the other lot that I got, and these cost, like I said, I think 10 bucks plus shipping. What do we have here? We got some iconic blind. We've got, I don't even know where this came from. I think it's one of like the weird big tech decks or something. It's got a peg in it. I've actually never seen this board before. So if you guys know what this is from, leave a comment and let me know. I've actually, out of all the tech decks I've seen, I've never seen one like this. It seems like it's made for some sort of pseudo tech deck dude that maybe they made after they canceled the tech deck runs. We got some sweet Ryan Sheckler graphics. Everybody knows good old Ryan Sheckler, still out there skating today. We got some blind, another good blind board. I do believe, I don't think I have that graphic yet. I don't have this one yet either. Blind on the rocking horse. Got another really good one here. Some of these, they're pretty old, but no, I don't think there's a whole lot of TMs or anything in this. So the TMs are the older boards, and I don't think there were any in this batch, but the graphics are pretty nice, so I decided that they was worth the whole $10 that I spent on them. We got, again, who's this? Jeremy Rogers. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I have this graphic already, but it's pretty beat up. So these ones were in really good condition, which is always something I look for, is how beat up the boards are, and a lot of the times they're pretty smashed up. So it's nice to find some in good condition. And then we got, I think this is Zoo York one. Yeah, Zoo York, and I forget exactly what brand that is, but we got this lineup right here for, take that and throw it out, for 10 bucks plus shipping. And there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 boards in there. A few of them are pretty good graphics that, you know, I'd like to add in my collection. I collect a lot of the blind, and I collect a lot of the World Industries. Those are the pretty notable ones when I was growing up. Plus, they're the ones that they made tech deck dudes out of, which I'm more interested long-term into the tech deck dudes than I am the boards. But I've kind of ran out of dudes to look for. I've got a few still on my list for finding, but ultimately they don't pop up very often. So to scratch the itch, I gotta find something else to collect, and I switched over to boards because for a while there, they were really asking too much and they weren't selling much, but now they've all come back down to reasonable prices. So time to jump back in the market. And I have a few other ones coming, which I will do unboxing videos on, but I'll go ahead and show you guys where I'm going to be putting these. I redid. Sadly, the board rack's gone. We have a kid now. He's 4.5 months old, and he's going to be going in and out of that door a lot, and I used to have the rack just hanging on the door, which is nice because we didn't mind opening and closing it pretty gently. But now that he's going to be, you know, getting around here soon, I decided it was time to take those down and put them somewhere else. I'm thinking about building a rack, but for right now, we got a whole lot right here. These are all my favorites. We have some pretty classic Dark Star and Birdhouse on the top. And then we got kind of like some mix back here because, you know, every time I buy lots, I don't want to redo my entire lineup. I try not to do it more than once every few months when I dust. And then down here we got a lot of the iconic graphics from the early 2000s. We got a few that are older from like the 1999, 1998, but most are the 2000 to 2005 graphics that I just see in lots and stuff, and I think they're great, and so I try to snag them up. And like I said, guys, I try not to pay more than $2 per board. If they're in really good condition, they got the trucks, the wheels, you know, it's a nice lot, I'll pay $2 a board. But generally, if it's incompletes and they're not in perfect condition, I'm looking for more about $1 a board, and I find them like that price pretty often. Not always, but there's times in the market where you see stuff sitting for a long time and you can just throw in offers, or you see a bunch of new stuff all pop in at once, and since there's so many sellers and not nearly as many collectors in Tech Deck, it's a good thing for us, so end up grabbing some. And then over here we got some of my lesser favorite designs, but nonetheless still cool boards. And I moved them all. These are all the old school shape popsicle stick, and I just kind of moved them over here to get them off the door so that we can go in and out without worrying about them all falling off or messing up the rack, and that's a little bit nice. So tell me what you guys think of the new setup. I appreciate your feedback. Leave a comment on what you think about cleaning up these cases and what you think Tech Decks are worth. I don't know what you guys think you'll pay for. Maybe you're willing to pay more per board, and that's cool. But I'm just trying to help people who are getting in, because you'll see very similar lots listed on eBay a lot of times, some for $300, and then a very similar lot listed for $50. And you don't really know, are you getting a deal at the $50 mark? Is the $300 mark, something that they're gonna go for, but you just happen to find a deal at $50? Generally not. If something doesn't sell in the first few days on eBay, it's because it's overpriced. So always reach out and ask people if they want to take offers. But $2 a board for stuff that's in really good condition, has all the trucks, has all the wheels. Anything that's kind of messed up or missing parts, I would say $1 to $1.50 each. So I hope this helps you guys out. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will be hopefully uploading more frequently here soon, and I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful day.